What's up, everybody? Sharx here, and today I got a new deck for you guys. This time I'm going to be profiling my Odd Eyes deck profile. So, this is actually a really fun pendulum deck. I've actually been playing it since it came out in the Legendary Dragon decks way back in 2017. And I just never put it down. I think it's a really fun deck, so let me show you guys what I'm working with. So, first of all, you have to run 3 of Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. This card is probably the best normal monster in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because its pendulum effect is if an Odd Eyes card is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can even be your own card effect. You can special summon 1 Odd Eyes from the hand, deck, or graveyard. So you always want this guy in the scale. He's a high skill 8, and he has a really good skill effect, so you have to run 3 of him. You also have to run 3 of Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon. Now this guy, he has a lot of text on it, but really the only effect you use is you can discard his card, pay 500 life points, search a level 8 or lower Dragon Pendulum. So you can discard it, pay 500, search basically every single card in your deck. You also can use the skill effect, so if you have like Vortex in the graveyard, you can place it in the skill, destroy it, special summon your Vortex from grave. So he does have a really good skill effect too. But yeah, you have to run 3 of him. He's a really good card. 3 Revolution. You have to run Odd Eyes Persona Dragon at 3. I feel like this card is really underrated. I've seen some deck profiles run like 1 or 2 of them, but I say you just max it out at 3 because he does have a quick effect. You can target 1 face-up monster in the field that was special summoned from the extra deck. It has its effects negated until the end of the turn. So it's just a quick effect, target negation from a monster special summon from the extra deck, which is basically every single card at this point in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! So, and plus he's a low scale and a level 5, so that does come up too for your synchro plays. But yeah, 3 Persona Dragon, really good card, really underrated. Now, I'll only run 2 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon and 2 Odd Eyes Phantom. Now the reason I do this is because you don't really need these cards that much, but you mostly just summon them as beat sticks, or you can overlay the rank 7s. They do have good pendulum scale effects, like Pendulum Dragon can destroy itself to search a monster of 1500 less attack from your deck to your hand. And then Phantom can boost your monster by 1200 during the battle phase, so really good cards. Again, mainly just for beaters, 2500 both of them. And then for the 1 of, you run 1 Odd Eye Synchron, 1 Phantasma, 1 Dissolver, and I do like running Wizard Dragon. So Synchron, he's really here just for your synchro plays, level 2 tuner. But if you can place him in a scale, you can target 1 monster you control and make it a level 1 tuner, so that effect's actually really good. So this guy's pretty good for your synchro plays, and he's an Odd Eyes, Performer Pal, and Synchron, so he has 3 archetypes in his name. That was kind of funny. Then Phantasma Dragon, he's level 8, so you really can't pendulum summon him. You're going to summon him mainly off of Arc Pendulum's effect. But he is a scale 0, so the level doesn't matter. You want him in the skill usually. But if you do summon him, you can when you battle, you can make your opponent's monster lose 1000 for each face-up card in your extra deck that is non-targeting. So he can basically attack over any 3000 attack. So really good card. Dissolver, he is just here for your fusion plays. He's on summon. You can activate it, use with anything on your field, including your scales. And then if he's in your scale, if he's just a polymerization, you can just use anything. So 1 of him, he's really good. The only downside about this card, he is a level 8. Again, you can't pendulum summon him. But if he's in your hand and you attack, you can special summon it from your hand, and your monster can't be destroyed by battle that turn. So he can special summon himself, but it's only during the battle phase. And then Wizard Dragon, I feel like not many people run this card. I don't know why. I feel like this is a really good card. So, but he has to be destroyed by your opponent's card by battle or card effect. But when he's destroyed, you can special summon 1 Odd Eyes from the deck. Let's see. Special summon 1 Odd Eyes monster from your deck or graveyard, except this card, and then search Spiral Flame Strike. So when he's destroyed, special summon another Odd Eyes. Get yourself a Spiral Flame. And what I like to do with this guy is, let's say I have Arc in the skill, and then battle phase, I'll attack a monster that's stronger than him, so he'd be destroyed by battle. Special summon, search Spiral Flame. Then Arc will special summon him again, and he is now a hard once per turn, so you can battle again. Summon another monster and search another Spiral Flame. So I really like doing that combo. You get you so much advantage during the battle phase, people don't really see it coming. But 1 of him, and he's also a level 7, so you can just rank 7. I think he's a really good card. Wish there was a holo print of it, but this is the highest rarity he comes in. So that's all for the Odd Eyes monsters. You run a pretty good amount of them. And then on to the rest of the deck. So you run 3 Perform Pal, Scope the Joker, So glad this came off the ban list. On summon, you can add one Perform Pal, one Magician, or one Odd Ice monster from deck to hand. So that's mainly what it's here for, just a Stratos of the deck. Normal summon it, search anything. I do run the chronograph package, so I do run 3 chronograph and 1 time gazer. And the reason I run this is mainly because you want him in the scale, destroy him, special summon time gazer from hand or deck. You want to get as much bodies as on the field as possible to like link summon before you do your pendulum summon. That way you can get as much like bodies on the board as possible. So that's why I run the chronograph, just another body on the board. Time gazer has a good effect where each turn the first card in the pendulum zone that would be destroyed by the opponent's card effect is not destroyed. If they use Harpies on you and you have Harpie's Feather and you have this on board, they're not destroyed. So he's a really good protection card. I like using him. I do run 2 Dark Worms and 1 0. I might bump 0 up to 2 because he is a level 7 and that does come up a lot. And his on-field effect is really good because you can destroy itself and 1 card in the scale. Special summon, let's say a synchro, and when he's destroyed, he goes in a scale. And then that'll trigger your arc effect because the card was destroyed, and then yeah. So 0 is really good. Dark Worm, again, on summon, search is 0. So that's why I run this package. It's really good. And then I do run Noble Dragon Magician. This is just a level 3 tuner. But I really like this card because it does special summon itself from the field, from the hand, or in the graveyard. You can just target 1 Odd Ice, reduce the level by 3, special summon it. And then you're not locked into synchros. It's just a free special summon, so you can just link it off, or you can synchro it. So that's why I run it. And then the last monster we run is Astrogast Sorcerer. Hopefully this card comes back to 3, but it is really good. Again, I know this card has a lot of text on it, but mainly the main effect is when a card is destroyed, you can special summon it and search another copy from it from deck to hand. So let's say my Odd Eyes was destroyed. I can activate the effect of Astrograph, special from hand, and then search another copy from Odd Eyes from deck to hand. So he's just free like advantage. And he's a level 7 as well, so energizes really well with the deck. So yeah, that's mainly the main effect of it. You don't really use the pendulum effect at all. You use the monster effect. So that's it for the monsters. Pretty good amount of monsters on it. And then the rest of the deck is all spells. So you do run 3 Spiral Flame. Easily one of the best spells in the deck. It's a non-once per turn searcher, and if you have an Odd Eyes, you can target 1 card in the field and destroy it. So it's a search and a destruction card, non-once per turn, and this is searchable with Wizard Dragon. So run 3 of that. Run 3 Duelist Alliance. So if you have a card in your Pendulum Zone, or any Pendulum Zone, so if your opponent has a card in the Pendulum Zone, you can also activate this. Add 1 Pendulum monster or 1 Pendulum Spell and Trap from deck to hand. So usually you're going to add Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon with this. So just another searcher for that. You can also search Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon as well. The only downside about this card, it is a hard once per turn, but since it does search, why not just run 3 of it? Run 3 Allure Darkness. Again, the deck is all dark, so why not just draw some cards? Non once per turn, draw 2. Really good card. And then I do run 2 Skyrus and 1 Terraforming. You could run triple Skyrus, but I like the Terraforming just to thin the deck out a little more. Skyrus is a really good card in this deck. Protects your monster, protects your scales from being targeted. And then you can destroy 1 face-up card you control and search an Odd Eyes card. And then that combos off really well with the arc because the card was destroyed, special summon. So really good card, you need this field spell. And then I run the Foolish and Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine just to send Dark Worm to the graveyard. Same with Foolish. But Foolish Barrow can also send your Noble Dragon Magician to the grave to activate the effect from graveyard as well. So run one of each. And then the last card is Call by the Grave because hand traps are still a problem in this game. So Call by the Grave. So that's it for the main deck. It's basically all spell cards because of all the pendulums. But it's 44 cards. And I think it's really consistent. Like I said, all these spell cards just surge. The monster surge. Like the deck is really consistent. Onto the extra deck. So you do run 2 Vortex. Again, Odd Eyes Vortex is probably like the best extra deck monster in the deck. Omni Negate. And then when it's summoned, you can target 1 attack position monster your opponent controls and send it back to the hand. So it is like a compulsory evacuation device. And since it is an Odd Eyes, if it's destroyed, activate Arc, special summon it, target a monster your opponent controls, send it back to hand. And then the Omni Negate. So really good card. Run 2 of those. And then for the last fusion, I run Gatling Ghoul. Now Gatling Ghoul I've always been on and off about this card. Sometimes I take it off, and then when I take it out, I miss it a lot. So when he's summoned, he does 200 burn damage for every card on the field. Then you can destroy one monster your opponent controls non-targeting destruction and burn them again for their attack. So this card can just win you games during time. Like if you're in your main phase 1, you can still burn for a lot of damage with this one card. That's why I put it back in the deck. So that's it for the fusions. Now for the links, we run quite a bit of links. So you do run Underworld Goddess, Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess, Unchained Abomination, Axis Code Talker, Black Luster Soldier, IP Masquerader, and Heradic Seal of Heavenly Spirit. So you do run a decent amount of link monsters, and they're all really powerful. Again, the link 2 is what you usually go into first because you want to like link summon as quick as possible. That way you have arrows pointing down, pendulum summon. And IP can just quit like link into one of these monsters during your opponent's turn. Usually I would summon Unchained Abomination because this card is, I feel like this card is really underrated. Just keep destroying cards on the field, and if it's summoned with IP, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So really knowing to deal with. Appaloosa for monster negates. Underworld Goddess is here just to like link summon. Let's say if your opponent has a Dragoon and you have no way to get out of it, you could just link it off by using this card, so that's why I run it. Access Code, just for OTK, high attack points. Heradic Seals, again, is a really good card. Really powerful link too. Requires 2 dragons, but I mean, the whole deck is dragons, so it's pretty easy to summon. And Black Luster Soldier is really good in this deck too because your monsters are all level 7 or higher, so it will get the effect where it cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So that's it for the link monsters. On to the XCs. So the XCs are all just rank 7s. You want 1 Absolute, 1 Flare Metal, 1 Big Eye. So Big Eye, really good card. You can target one monster your opponent controls and take control of it. And it is permanent too, so you don't have to give it back to him. So really good snatch steal type effect. Flare Metal, again, just here for the burn damage. So if you like getting low on time, you can just summon this and now your opponent has to play around it. Then Absolute, again, he's kind of just here just for the graveyard effect, where if he's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Odd Eyes from extra deck, which is usually Vortex Dragon. So yeah. And then for the last 2 cards, you run 2 Synchros, Ignition Prominence, and Meteor Burst. Meteor Burst, I really don't summon it too much. I usually summon it off of Gate Zero's effect. Just have another body on board and just link it off. But Initial Prominence, I feel like it's really good monster. It's a level 8. But like I said earlier, you can use a Synchron's effect to target one of your monsters, make it a level 1 tuner, and then just summon a level 7, and there's your level 8 Synchro. So he's a non-targeting shuffle, so you destroy 1 face-up card you control, and then shuffle 1 card your opponent controls of the deck, non-targeting. So it just gets rid of anything. You can get rid of Dragoon, just any problem card, just shuffle it to the deck. But yeah, that's it for the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I've been playing this deck a lot. I've actually topped a couple times at locals with this deck, way back in the day, during the Salamander 8 Orcus format. And that's mainly because Persona Dragon negates cards from the extra deck. So again, don't sleep on this deck. This deck is really good, very consistent, and really fun to play. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching, and Sharx out.